Paradise. I'm not so sure if you guys have heard about this. A series called Paradise. I think it might be on Hulu, but I'm watching it, you know, how I watch stuff. And let me tell you, it's really good. Now, I'm a little bit on the fence because after episode 4, it looks like it's already falling off a cliff. You know how these series do? They kind of honeydick you. They give you a really good pilot first episode, then they give you decent second and third, and then it kind of falls off. You know, it's like, oh man, you did that so you can guarantee you get good views the first week, so that you could maybe get yourself a second season, but you're not really looking to tell a good story. So it's annoying. And I think it's only 8 episodes left. No, I think only 8 episodes, I think. Limited series. So for it to already be falling off at the midway point is concerning. But I'm hoping it's just like a middle horrible episode and it's going to pick up in the 5 and 6. But let me give you the basic premise. The basic premise of this episode, of this show, it focuses on a bodyguard of the president played by Sterling K. Brown, I think his name is. And he's the main protagonist of this show. So essentially what happens is that he's a security guard. He's the main bodyguard of the president. And we find out in this, again, this is spoiler alert. If you're going to watch it, spoiler alert, make sure you mute me in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sterling K. Brown plays a main bodyguard, for the president. Then we follow him as there's basically a near apocalyptic event where a meteor hits the planet Earth, and I guess it wipes everybody out. So they gather together like a group of scientists and whatever it may be, astrologists, environmentalists, urban planners, architects and shit, to basically decide I think it's 20,000 people who they're going to pick to kind of, you know, to save from this apocalyptic event. And the way they want to save everybody is that they've found an island. There's a mountain somewhere in America where they want to basically build a civilization, like an own little world thing inside that mountain, and they want to select 20,000 people to go inside there. So you follow the security guard as he basically protects the president during this sort of transition. And as the series goes on, you find out that the bodyguard, the president, unfortunately his wife wasn't able to make it to the meetup point to get to the mountain. So this guy has to look after their 2 children by themselves. So there's that tension. Then there's a tension of the president also not being the best president. Like, he's a little bit, you know, a little bit of a playboy, doesn't really take the presidency too seriously. And then on the picture here, the lady on the right is the main, I guess, scientist kind of person. She's also the person that is quietly also in charge. She's kind of the president behind the president, and she's the one in charge of bringing all the people together. But she's also a little bit cuckoo, and a little bit power hungry and a little bit dark and cold. So she also plays a malevolent role behind the scenes in terms of fucking stuff up. So again, it sounds complicated, but essentially it's one of those like, oh, the world has ended. There's a small amount of people left. They now have to figure out how to navigate this new world. Oh, and by the way, when they build a new world in the mountain, they build it in such a way like similar to the Truman Show, where it's inside of a mountain, but it's inside of a dome, and they have like an artificial sunlight. It goes dark, the sun rises. They have shops and shit. Like, it's like a little town. So everybody in there kind of tries to begin a life again as per usual, but everybody else on the outside is dead. But the twist in the story is that they send scientists out of the mountain to go to the ground, to the ground floor, I guess to the mainland to see what's going on after this apocalyptic event. And the scientists discover that the apocalyptic event, although it wiped everybody out, it's not hazardous. Planet Earth is okay. It's habitable. The air is breathable. But before they can go back down to report that news, this lady on the right sends another bodyguard to go and kill those scientists, so they can't come back and tell people that Earth is okay to repopulate. So there's that weird tension. Like, why doesn't she want people to go back up to go get out of the mountain? Why are they staying in the mountain? It's just weird thing going on. So it's a really good series. Personally, I like it. It's got a little bit of sci-fi. It's mostly a whodunit, because the president on the left hand side dies in like the first episode. So they try to find out who killed him, and then as they find out who kills him, other things unravel. So it's more of a whodunit, but it's a really good thriller. It's also got a bit of sci-fi in it. And for myself, being a little bit of a, you know, undercover urban planning architect fan, it's quite cool to see how they've gone into the ideas around how to kind of create a small town inside of a mountain, what sort of things that they've implemented societally to kind of make people feel as if they're not living in a mountain, to kind of, you know, to force communication, to basically encourage cohabitation, community, friendship, relationships, blah 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 blah. So it's pretty decent. I like it. I've enjoyed watching it, and there's no annoying characters in it really. Everybody's kind of, you can root for and kind of like and stuff. So if you're struggling to find something to watch, I recommend you check out this series called Paradise. I think it's available on Hulu, but if you haven't got Hulu, I'm sure you'll be able to find it. I'm sure you'll be able to find it.